night I get scared. I'm just like, will they show up? And
but why? Like, you're super talented.
Thank you.
You have like a great career right now, and it's seriously just going up. So what is this nervous, scared? Like, what is it?
Because I'm an artist, and you have to understand that the fear would come in. I'm in no way like copping out or hiding out away from Empire, but at the same time I am aware of the fact that people get new music every single week on the show, and they see me perform every single week on the show. So there is a part of me that's like, will they even care? Will they, you know, I think my show is dope, but my mama likes it, thank you. But, you know, will people care to come out and actually see it? And they have. And usually my shows are like 60% sold out, and then the day of, like, at the door. So I'm sitting there sweating like a crackhead, being like, are they gonna show up? And every single date has been sold out. So it's you know, it's just a blessing. I'm very grateful, very grateful.
So I know you're pressed for time, so I won't ask all the questions.
No, it's all good. Ask all your questions. It's
okay,
fine.
all right. Well, is that a challenge for you each and every time then? Feeling like you have to deliver because of that nervous feeling?
Not because of that nervous feeling.
Okay.
I feel the need to deliver every single time because I don't want to look back and not have delivered. I mean, in the very beginning of Empire, I feel like I was kind of thrown in there, and I'm a grown man. I've been grown for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But still, this was a lot, and I had to kind of readjust myself vocally. I feel like I had to relearn almost how to sing, because I was performing a lot, but this was just on another level, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay, we have one question over here. Remember, name, outlet.
So my name is Jasmine. I'm from Jazzy TV Media. Hello, how are you? My question is, your family's from New Orleans, so you know a lot about food. Tell me, what is your favorite New Orleans cuisine?
Oh, gumbo.
Really?
Absolutely. My mother makes the best gumbo in the world.
My mother does.
We gonna battle, Jazzy? You wanna battle? Let's go. And I, out of all the siblings, make the best gumbo. We just dropped our own family cookbook called The Family Table, and it's got like a whole New Orleans chapter in it, because that's our roots, you know what I'm saying? It didn't come from my daddy, because he was a Russian Polish Jew, and he would put some salt and pepper and something, be like, it's ready. I'm like, no, it's not. Straight up. Karen's potato salad. But no, it's definitely gumbo. Gumbo for sure. Or anything with shrimp on it. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Chris Evans with NOLA.com.
What's up?
Can you tell me a little bit about coming back to New Orleans and that connection you feel with the city? Maybe you got from your mom?
It's a strange connection also, because it's a thing. I never lived here before. You know what I'm saying? I've been here a million times, but I've never lived here. And the first time that I actually ever came here, I think I was like 13. So, you know, it's not like I grew up coming to New Orleans on the regular. I came to New Orleans the first time because Journey had done Eve's Bayou, and it was coming out on video, so we had to like go to New Orleans for that event or something. But my uncle lives here. I had a lot more family here before Katrina, and some are no longer with us, and then some are in Dallas. And but for the most part, my family's still here. I still feel that connection. I feel that especially when I walk on the street that my mother grew up on. Maybe it's just in my mind, but I feel like I feel her spirit. I feel her energy. I feel my grandmother, who I've never even met. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, New Orleans is definitely like its own energy and its own kind of planet, if you will. I love it. Love it here.
We have a question to the left.
Right here. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
From TV Media.
How you doing?
You had an opportunity to act, sing, and also you just got your opportunity to direct back a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago. With the directing, do you see yourself stepping outside of the box and taking on challenging issues, or is just getting the opportunity to direct and just playing the politics role?
No, I've never done that. I mean, trust me, y'all would have been talking to me like 10 years ago. This shit wouldn't have taken as long if I played the political game. You know what I'm saying? It's because I don't play the political game that it might take me longer, but I guarantee you that the rewards will benefit me and my family and hopefully the world for the rest of my life. I do not play the political game. I don't have any intention of starting now. as far as directing, if you look at anything like my music videos, I've directed every last one of them, from Fuck the World to Freedom to Catch Your Eye to Hurt People that we did in South Africa. I'm always going to direct things, you know, it's not just going to be episodic television, you know, it can't be. There will be films and there will be, but anything that I put my name or my heart on, I'm gonna make sure that it has something, some sort of meaning to it. That's just the way that I roll. It's the way that I was raised, and I don't really know anything else.
As a follow-up, do you see yourself funding your own films?
Absolutely. I funded this whole damn music project. I mean, and when I say that, that's the one thing. Like, we're always told like, you know, when you make a mistake, when you mess up, like, fess up, you know, be a man about that, accept and acknowledge that you were wrong. But nobody ever tells us to, like, be like, yo, like, I did that. You know what I'm saying? And every single cent that has gone into my music project has been mine, has been my own. And when I say every single cent, I mean every single cent. There's a reason why. It's like, and we've learned how to cut corners, you know what I'm saying, and save our money and stuff like that. But every single cent, I am not the one to sit around and wait, and I've said this a million times, I'm not the one to sit around and wait for somebody to tell me that somehow my story or my ideas are valid enough for them to tell.
Wow.
That's so played out to me, at least for me. It's 2018. I'm not still waiting for people to, like, give me a role by auditioning. And there's nothing wrong with auditioning, but we've got to create our own projects. It's the only way. It's the only way that we're going to survive and thrive. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, yeah, I'm always going to create a June's Diary, like, coming onto my label. That's all me and Frank Gatson. You know what I'm saying? Frank Gatson is just the man with the iron fist, because we made it happen. So there's always going to be independence and ownership for me, always. Can't go back now.
That's really important, especially in the Black space. So a final question. All right.
So I'm Erica Latrice. Yes, coming through. But I'm with Be Inspired TV. So not saying you have a go-to quote, but I hope you do. I would love to know, like, what's your go-to quote, that inspiration that keeps you going constantly?
My mother told me years ago, before Empire, before anything, and I think that it was something I was called, oh, that's what it was. I did a film a long time ago called The Skinny, and it was like this small indie little cult thing that, like, 6.5 people saw, but it meant something to maybe 5 of them, so it was important. And I remember it was right around the time that the conversation had started about my sexuality, and I remember calling my mom and just being like, I don't know why this is such a thing. And, like, why is it that people can't just let me just like live and just work and create? Like, why do I have to talk about anything? And my mother told me, she's like, son, you are a soldier for God's love, but a soldier never goes on the battlefield if he's not ready for war. And she's like, so you need to ready yourself, or you need not do this at all. So I kind of lived my life by that, of the fact that I lead with love. Like, I don't know anything else. And the only people that I don't like are people that push hate. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely that quote, and this quote that I got on my arm that I look at every single morning. I'm gonna make a change. The first lyric of Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Love it.
Wow. Just tell us what's next.
What's next?
Next.
Empire season 5. I'm directing more on that season, and I'm working on a film. Again, I'm working on a film that with my little sister Journey, that we're producing, that we're doing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And there's also Giants, which I executive produce. That's on Issa Rae's YouTube channel. There's America Divided. There's June's Diary. There's some of my music.
There's
you know, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Jussie Smollett, guys. Oh wait, okay. One more question from Jazzy.
The only reason you keep bringing up your mother. Tell me how important are Black women, especially your mother, in your life and influence-wise to you?
That was the perfect closing question. I know.
He kept bringing up his mom.
Yeah.
I talked about this on stage tonight, and I annoy myself because I always get so emotional. I feel like with black women have never made me feel less than. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always felt like love. And my mother, to me, set the tone for my love and respect and admiration and honor that I have for black women. That's not against no other female. It's just a thing of like, I've always been made to feel by black women like I was theirs. You know what I'm saying? So for that, I've always felt this I've always felt this absolute 100% certainty to protect black women. I've said this a million times. I don't care who you date. I don't care who you marry. I don't care who you love. If you cannot honor and respect all that a black woman has not only been through, but all that she is, fuck out of here. That's all I can say.
Yes. Yes.
Jussie Smollett, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, y'all.
Thank you.